going on a date. Do we talk about before we go on a date? I guess we're talking about where we going, what I'm spending, where we headed. Does that matter what I'm spending on you on a date? Does it matter where we eating? Does it matter if I'm looking at you while you ordering your steak or your crab legs, and I'm like, hey, I'm getting shrimp. You should get shrimp. I'm getting water. No drinks. I'm just saying. I'm saying, do it matter if we dating on a budget?
It
on
doesn't.
That first date,
it
on
does
that first
not.
date.
It doesn't matter if we're dating on a budget, if that's what we established in the beginning. But if you come at me like you X, Y, and Z,
right.
and this is how you're presenting yourself, and then you are being cheap.
What's being cheap?
But no, I'm saying, but you got all the flashy stuff. You, oh, baby, I could take care of you. I could do this. We could do this. Or I'm going to take you to the finest thing. And then you do not come through.
Then we have a problem.
We have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, it does. But overall, with me, like the amount of money isn't what intrigues me and what entices me.
But I will say, don't act like you have the money. And then when I'm ordering this steak, you look at me like, damn, I'm going to have to order something else. Because her steak was way more expensive than I expected it to be.
Well, some men are used to salad eating chicks.
I'm not going to eat no salad on the first date. Absolutely not.
So y'all getting down on the first date. You eating.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm about to indulge, like, put my face all in the plate. But I'm going to get me something nice, and I'm going to eat it.
So we can go to Chili's 2 for $20. Can we do that?
I love Chili's.
Applebee's 2 for $20. We can do it.
Yes,
they want tacos.
Yeah, I don't think that that's something that we have to talk about, because when you approach me, you should already know, like you get a good vibe of what type of female that I am. So if you get that vibe where you should take me to McDonald's, then I don't know.
Do you put off I'm a McDonald's
Absolutely
type of person
not.
vibe?
But if he took me to McDonald's,
who puts off I'm a McDonald's person type of vibe?
Wait, what?
Who puts off that type of vibe where I'm a McDonald's person? You can just look at me and know
you never know.
I'm good for McDonald's.
Hey, it's some out there.
Some men cannot read women correctly.
It's some out there. I know I don't want to go to McDonald's, but if you take me to McDonald's, then
I'm gonna give me a large fry.
But we're gonna have a problem after. I'm not going on another date with you.
Okay. Why? I would.
Okay. All right. So it's nothing. So what I'm understanding is that it doesn't matter how much I spend on the first date with you guys. Like, as long as we have great conversation, we vibe, we can get absolutely no food. We can sit and have water, and the meal doesn't matter, right?
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on who the person is. Yeah. I think, but you have to get to that point, though. Meeting someone, that first impression is definitely something that makes a huge difference. And I would say the guys that approach us nowadays, their approach is all wrong. So we don't even get to the first date.
But you know what? Like, if you have a bomb first date, like he does everything to the T, then every date after that, he may feel like he has to match. Or I would be like, okay, you have to match up. Or like, well, I want to say me. But in some cases, women are like, okay, this was our first date, so this is how they expect every date from then on to be like that.
Mm-hmm. You set that precedence the first date, right?
Very high.
You set the bar high the first date, and we got to keep that
So
up,
it could go bad and it could go good. I feel like it could go either way. I really just, it depends on the women.
But don't do that first date. Like, don't give me a bomb-ass first date, and then all of a sudden after that, you start slacking. Like,
that's
what
I'm saying.
happened? This is not the same person that you pretended to be in the beginning.
Okay. All right. First date, can we hang out at the house? And just
Absolutely not.
Can we just chill at the house?
I don't think that we should, but if you are cool enough, we might, but I don't think we should.
Let's say we have a conversation
personal.
on the phone via text. Right now, quarantine, right? So nobody's going out. Nobody's having dates. We're on the phones every day. We're FaceTiming. And now we finally meet each other. Can we just hang out at the house, and whatever happens at the house is what happens?
Listen, the tension has been rising. We've been in quarantine.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Hold on.
We want to hang out at the house.
Listen, we've invested 3 months.
3 months.
I need to
Well,
see
yeah,
if the physical
that's
is there.
different.
Right.
We've been FaceTiming and stuff for 3 months. Yeah, that's different. Oh, well, I guess you could say that's different. But if I just met you yesterday, don't ask to come to my house for the first hookup, meetup, whatever.
Is that happening? Does that really?
Absolutely.
Does that happen? Y'all dealing with grown men, or what we dealing with out here?
They are they're in the grown ages. But that doesn't mean exactly.
That mentality is still in the teenage.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
It happens. Listen, I'm gonna go back to dinner. I'm gonna go back to we are out. Is it all right? I take care of the dinner, and you take care of the tip.
Yeah,
nothing's wrong with that.
Absolutely.
I'll get dessert.
Yeah,
I like it.
But not all females are like that.
No, they're not. I feel like
that's just like going to the movies. You pay for the tickets.
You pay for the tickets.
You pay for the snacks.
Matter of fact, I pay for the tickets because the snacks gonna be a little bit more because I'm about to get the caramel popcorn with the
white. Not if you put those snacks in your bag.
You go to the dollar store.
That's true.
Snacks in your bag and bring them in, man.
Yeah, that's true.
So first date is it's okay to be 50-50 though, right? I'll take care of the dinner. You take care of the tip. You take care of the dessert. That's fair? Huh?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it. All right. So we're not gonna hang out at the house. What's a good first date?
Well, I had a good first date, but the only thing with that is that you have to be able to weed out the bullshit. Like you can take me on this perfect first date, and you can be this amazing man. You paid attention to all the things that I wanted you to do and everything, right? But then you end up being somebody completely different than you were because you were pretending to be somebody else. So you have to be able to weed out the bullshit in the first date. Because I know I was blinded. I actually, he spent quite a bit of money on our first date. The best first date I ever had. But he ended up being bullshit.
So what made it the best? What made it the best date that you've ever had?
Just that he paid attention. So we did conversate for a few weeks before the date. He paid attention to the things that I was saying. Like I was listening to Lyrica Anderson at the time. You know, Patron was my drink. So when he pulled up to the house, I did let him pick me up from the house. When he pulled up, he had Lyrica Anderson playing on the radio station. He had a bouquet of flowers on the seat. He had an alcohol. He had my Patron down there for me, and it was different. He took me to the concert. We had an amazing time, and then he ended up being a fraud.
When you say a fraud, because it sounded like he was pretty solid, but he was solid.
He was not solid. He pretended to be that person. And that's what I mean, where I was so blinded by everything he was doing. I wasn't paying attention to the signs of who he really was. And who he really was not somebody
So he used what you liked against you.
Absolutely.
He used the information that you gave him.
Yeah, blinded the hell out of me. And I still was blinded for at least, I would say, a month and a half until it started really, But I think that was the perfect first date, but you got to be able to weed out the bullshit.
What about you, Heather? Any examples for you?
It's pretty much on the line. I think I spoke about it the last time. He loved he took me to a comedy show, and at that comedy show, they don't sell the particular Patron that I like, but he called in advance. So when they brought over the bottle service, that my favorite Patron was brought to us with my chasers that I like.
You paying attention? Pay attention.
At first,
I had told him I like flowers, but I don't like the flowers you just grab. I want to be some thought behind it. It was a different kind, exotic flowers. They were so beautiful, long stem. They were so beautiful. Oh my! I've never received flowers. Beautiful. I got pictures.
You got pictures. We got to see pictures later. We always got pictures.
He knows I love tequila, so we went tequila tasting. We was opening $600 bottles of tequila. We he paid attention, and everything was good. He just was moving. He was moving too fast. So what I've noticed is men that talk too much, that when you're in conversation and they talk real fast and try to agree with everything that you're saying, just I feel there's that's a red flag for me. You're just, how do I explain it?
Not going with the flow because it's you're just trying to portray yourself as somebody that you're really not, in a sense.
I can't explain it.
So are we ignoring these red flags initially? Because it sounds like we didn't pick them up in the first date, or we did pick them up in the first date. We didn't pick them up in the first date.
Well, my red flag was I told him from the beginning that I like to have my own space, and he agreed, right? But as time was going on, I'm I have to work, so by the time these are the only days I could come see you, and And then those days when I was able to go see him, I was tired. Like, I wanted some me time. And he would have like an attitude. And I felt it made me feel guilty for wanting me time. And that was a red flag that I picked up on. I'm like, listen, you're not going to make me feel guilty because I want my time.
Okay.
And so that led to me not seeing him for a couple of weeks. And then he tried to plan a Boston trip and this and that. And it was just like you're trying to cover up your red flags with other material things that you knew that I would like. You know, I love the Patriots. So you wanted to take me to Boston to give me a tour of the stadium and like the Red Sox. I like the Red Sox. Like, so like he would like try to, and that just doesn't fly. I don't like it. I don't.
Correct me if I'm wrong. For guys that have money, it's not like the material things are easy. Like they just come like second nature for them. Like, hey, what I could buy this relationship, right? And that's what they lead with, and that's
most females are okay with that. I could do by myself.
And when women stop being okay with it, when women are like, hey, what else do you have to bring to the table other than your bank account? That's when we stop leading with our money, right? Because that's when we're like, all right, now the personality comes into play. Now my intelligence comes into play. Now me being romantic comes into play. Me being smart comes in play, right? And a lot of people have never had to use those things. They have that bank account, right? The money. So I definitely understand that. It's tough. I'm gonna go.
What about yours?
What
about you? A first date? You had a good first date or a bad first date, or what do you see in the first date?
I don't know. I haven't had a date in a long time, y'all. Like I don't.
You got two kids. You had a date at some point in your life.
I don't date.
You got some experience.
I don't date.
So wait, hold up. This is a red flag. He want to know about what we got going on, but he closing off what he got going on.
Exactly.
I don't know. Listen. Like,
see y'all, ladies, do you hear this? Do you hear this?
I haven't. No, listen. I honestly, I haven't. I don't even have an example of a bad date. Maybe because I'm on the man side of it. Like I've never been ghosted.
So has a woman ever taken you somewhere and it didn't like
pan out to what you thought it was gonna be?
I never have expectations. I never have expectations because people are gonna be people, and I never expect me out of anybody else. Right? I am who I am. I'd never expect me out of someone else.
That's easier said than done on my behalf. But
why? Why? You never expect.
So you really aren't going to give an example?
I mean, I've gone on a date and I don't have any examples.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I'm serious. I don't have any examples. I don't have expectations out of people. So if I've never been ghosted, I'll say that.
Have you ghosted?
I haven't ghosted. I haven't ghosted. I'm a communicator, so I'll let you know that this is how I feel. Serious. I knew. I felt your ass beaming in my head.
Your light skin ass
color right now.
Yeah, that's the bullshit. No, we gonna go back to the 21-year-old you. What that say?
Oh, okay. So your 21-year-old me is a completely different animal.
You was a city boy. You was a rapper. All that. Okay.
No,
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I was.
Oh, you was a rapper? Shut the front
door. Please. I mean, 21. You can't compare my 21-year-old me to now or the last 10 years. I'm a completely different person. But no, if you go back to me being young, yeah, I've ghosted. I've done everything. I've expected sex on the first date. I've done everything. And now I'm talking about sex on the first date. You have a perfect first date. We grown.
You ain't even got to ask the question. Yep.
Are you a hoe or are we just doing adult shit?
That don't mean you a hoe.
I'm asking.
That's something we talked about the other day too. That don't mean you a hoe.
I definitely don't think you a hoe.
I'm going to say this, that after that great first date, he walked me to my door and he left, right?
Yeah.
But he went to another bitch house.
I've never done that.
Yeah. So that was, I did my part. But she had to take the second, so we ain't even gonna go there.
I think the vibe.
Whoa. You did your part, and then what?
I did my part.
What was your part?
Being a lady. I was a lady.
Okay, so he
just because you didn't fuck on the first night does not mean you were a lady.
Exactly.
It doesn't, but I didn't open my drawers, so
how about your mouth?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Right.
I didn't open shit.
Okay.
I didn't open my wallet. I didn't open nothing. It was great. But she had the seconds because he wasn't gonna be able to get it from me, so he went and got it from the next bitch.
How'd you find that out?
Social media.
Oh, he posted I'm over here in this.
No. She did.
Oh.
What? She posted him on her couch talking about, I know he was at the concert with some other bitch.
Oh, that sounded like a loudmouth to me.
And it was me. Then I posted the picture of us the next day at the concert.
Anyway.
Oh,
that's another story. But
so
yeah.
he went and got down with somebody else. But
he said they didn't, but
bruh, we on the couch, we're getting down. Okay?
Exactly.
All right, you got him hot and smoking, and he got over there, and she put the fire out. Right?
But then, a couple weeks later, he asked me to be his girlfriend while,
Did he say you was going to be his side girlfriend, or you was,
I was the main
do we
girl.
still do that?
Number 2?
Do we still do side girlfriends?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
I
I don't, but it's still out there for sure.
You asking if there's still sides
Hell yeah.
out there?
Women are okay with that still?
I think they become more okay with it now than they ever have, which is crazy. But I think they become more okay with it now than they have.
Well, wait, we about to get back to that comment you said about not being a hoe on the first date.
Thank you for keeping
that
me on
don't
track.
mean you a hoe because as long as you're not doing it all the time, then you're not a hoe.
I think if you could wake up the next day and be okay with it.
I think they all do.
No, because you could be. What if you drunk? You drunk and you was just loose.
I'm not talking about drunk. I'm
So
saying
that's
we
what
had
I'm
a
saying.
great
Like-
first date. Like,
Yeah, no,
listen, this
we
is
good.
how I
I
feel.
feel like
We have a
it's-
great first date. We are vibing. Our energy is great. Our connection is great. The conversation is there. We didn't even talk about sex during the date at
just
all,
happened.
right? It happened naturally.
Yeah.
Because our
Yeah.
energy was so amazing. Do you feel like
good.
you could do that, or
Yep.
is,
I've done it.
and we will continue to do it, right? Because
Oh, me too. I just thought about it.
Bro, I brought back a good
DC.
memory.
Yeah.
And that was
Vegas night.
Oh yeah.
I hear a lot about DC. With you.
But that was and it's been 4 years, so it's like
That's all I
that's
hear.
obviously not that bad, but not everybody deserves a cookie on the first night.
No.
Absolutely.
Some
But
don't
we're not
deserve-
saying that.
Some don't deserve it ever, right? So,
Yeah, we're not saying that though.
You got to clink too, though. Sometimes you might need to hold out to make them, have a little bit more interest, a little bit longer.
listen. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know.
You know what clink mean, right?
No. What's clink?
Y'all need to watch Medea. What the hell?
I don't watch.
It's a light skin thing.
I don't watch Medea.
Yeah.
What's clink?
Clink. You got to hold it down. You can't give them the cookie. You got to lock on.
I'm gonna just tell you.
Lock on you.
I'm gonna tell you. From a man's point of view, I don't care if you give it up on the 1st, the 2nd, the 5th, the 10th. It's not gonna change for most of us. It's not gonna change how we feel about you. I'm not gonna be like, because I hit it on the first time, or I can't see her again. I'm gonna hit it again if it was cool, right? And if I fall in love, if that's my chick, then that's my chick, right? And I think a lot of men feel like that. I think the stereotype of where y'all thinking, if I give it to him on the first date, he's not gonna call me. He didn't call you because he wasn't feeling you. It didn't have nothing to do with the sex. Well, it might have had a little something to do. You didn't do that thing that we like.
But she should have paid attention to those vibes and those signs,
100.
so she didn't give it to him. Like
100%.
if you feel like you'll know. You know. I get a vibe instantly. Like, hell no, I wouldn't dare talk to this man again.
But you can have a vibe. You can have a vibe. You guys could be vibing like this.
And
but
then
the
you do
sex,
it,
you guys just think
it could-
you
yeah.
guys don't have no chemistry.
Yeah.
There's
Exactly.
nothing, and that's
Absolutely.
fine.
So my point is holding a cookie on the first date because you don't feel like he's gonna call you back.
No, I don't agree.
It's no.
I did, and
It's a fairy tale.
Where did it get you?
It's a fairy tale.
hey, it got me.
I'm being
got you
serious.
the
No,
second-
really, it got me the title because he didn't we didn't do it.
title.
But that's what I'm saying. It got me the title, but that shit didn't make a difference,
Right.
Because he was still who he was.
Right. So
the
title don't mean nothing if it ain't.
And then you got
it's not
the-
long lasting.
And then you got the DC guy. That's no title, and it was the first night, and he's still around. So it's like,
He's still around.
yeah,
Wow. Okay. Is he here local?
no, he's in DC.
Oh, because you say DC, he could still be here.
Oh, no.
Oh, so he's not here. Okay.
No.
Okay. So
But yeah, no. So that's
so ladies, if you're feeling it, give up the cookie on the first date.
no. We're not saying that. If you have that vibe with him, we not. Oh God,
What? we grown.
we are, but that don't make it.
Watch how
like,
many
don't do
first
it all
date
the
cookie
time.
giver uppers gonna happen in the next couple weeks.
Don't do it to everybody.
No, you definitely
Don't
can't.
do it to everybody.
No. Of course, you can't do it to everybody. You gotta. It's got to be a genuine, natural vibe. That energy got to be there. You guys gotta. You got to be there. Like, I'm talking 3-4 hours conversation. I'm talking we just here and
Yeah.
like the lights are turning out, but we still here talking. those are the times when
rare
let
nowadays. But yeah,
nothing wrong with that. It's not gonna be easy, and that's why you're not gonna give it up easy, right? It's not gonna be easy, and you're not gonna give it up to everybody because you're not gonna vibe like that with everybody. No. That shit is rare.
Absolutely,
right?
I agree.
That's why so many. Well, that's one reason why so many single people out here now. That and because a lot of people, they types keep them single. But I'm not even going to go into that one today.
They're types.
They're types.
Me and my sister was just talking about that the other day. She's like, you need to get out of girl, bye, leave me alone.
And because it's going to be recorded.
What?
I mean, that's a whole nother episode. We gonna have to say
you never take advice from someone who's never had an orgasm. Never.
What? And that's not me.
What?
No, but that's
somebody else.
Yeah.
Never.
That's
like you
funny.
can't even have how you gonna tell me?
It's not that she can't. It's just that she hasn't had that man. Exactly. She ain't had that man to put it down.
You are
that
no
would give it to her
to give any advice.
They've been selfish.
What does that also come? Like, does the woman herself come into play with that? Does she have to be fine with herself? Like, does she have to know herself and her own energy? Like,
yeah, because not everybody can make you have an orgasm.
Right.
So you have to know what he needs to do, but you also have to know your body and what you need to do. Because it's not just like, oh, I'm going to have an orgasm. No, you have to get into that shit. So if he's
but there are some, I'm going to just have some orgasms.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've heard about the squirters and all that stuff.
Okay. I've never seen them, though.
Me either. I don't want to.
He just lying out his life.
I saw that.
What happened?
Oh, now you're acting like you don't know what you just said.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I'm sure you don't.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I saw that face. Okay. We're just going to leave it at that.
Listen.
The viewers heard the face.
They
heard it.
I'm going to ask y'all, like, what are some personality traits to look for, like red flags going into a first date before you guys even get to the first day? What are some personality like flaws?
He doesn't have his own opinion. His opinion is vibing off of yours. Like anything you say, he just agrees.
So he's taking the energy from you. He's taking whatever you say and just
agreeing with it. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's learning you.
Because then it's like, I need to be able to converse with you. Like, I want your opinion. I want to be able to agree to disagree to agree. Like, if you just agreeing with everything I say, I could look at myself in the mirror and just have a conversation.
Okay,
that's true.
Okay,
I don't know. I think it's
no. That's a very, very good one. Hey, what about you?
I would say he talks about himself too much. Like, are you not going to ask me how my day went, or are you not going to ask me about, like what's going on in my life or how I'm doing, or how everything. You talk about yourself too much.
Yeah.
Like it has to be. I don't know. Because I'm going to ask you how your day went, and I'm going to, we're going to get into that. But if you don't come back and ask me how something wrong, then obviously you really don't give a damn about me. That's a red flag.
Self-centered. It's about
empathetic.
him.
He's got to care about what you have going on, right? And if he's not asking you, he's not trying to learn you, right? A lot of times we could sit back and just listen to you, though. Like you guys said a few minutes ago, that we just sit back and listen, right? Does that mean that I don't care?
No. And you chime in he said that for real. You probably really ain't paying attention, but I mean, shit, I'm thinking you are because you just chimed in a little bit, See,
I'm going to ask, like, so why do you think that?
Oh,
now you got to
y'all ask inquisitive. I'm cool with just, for real? Yeah.
I've had that boat noob. So you was paying attention. So what do you think?
Right. How should I handle this?
He's gonna be like, wait, come again? Exactly. Your ass wasn't listening. Red flag.
What about you? What's a red flag on a female that you might be conversing with?
Men are pretty close to where you guys are at. If she's not asking about me, she's not asking about how I'm living. She's not asking about me spiritually. She's not asking. She doesn't want to try to feel my energy. She doesn't want to try to get to know me, be in front of me. Then I have a problem. Like if it's just she's okay with being on the phone and doing FaceTime all the time and not really being in person and going on a date, and she keeps finding reasons not to go on a date or get out and be together, then I have a problem with that. Like I would, right? Like I need to be in front of you, 100%. And the only way I could feel your energy is to be with you, other than text. Like I could feel your energy sometimes through your text because that's how you are.
She's a texter. That's how she communicates. Right. It's annoying as fuck.
Right. Shut the fuck up. I'll pick up the phone.
I don't mind it, but if it's really something that needs to be talked about, we can get on the phone. Or I like to be right here because I feel like I can read people a lot better when I'm in front of them. So I want you to be in front of me, right? I want to be able to touch you. I want to be able to talk to you. I want to be able to see your expressions.
Well, that's your love language.
Yeah, my love language is quality time and physical touch. So I need, like this, right? This quarantine would kill me.
Oh, in a relationship?
Would kill me.
Yeah, no, we would have
if,
to be quarantined together. Fuck that. Quarantine bae. No.
So that's mine. Another red flag with me is because everybody has a child. Everyone has a kid. Talking to a woman and she never talks about her life with her kids at all.
That means she ain't doing mama shit.
Right. She wouldn't understand my relationship with my kids because we're very close, and I expect a mother to be the same way, right? So she doesn't have those genuine motherly instincts, then we're not gonna see eye to eye.
Right.
That part.
Right. That's another red flag for me. She's not talking about much with her kids, and sending me nudes early.
Oh yeah, you sent that to about 5 other people.
Like early, and it's
What's early?
Early, not early in the day. I'm talking early in the conversation.
No, like what's early?
Like first day, second day, like things like.
Wait, what?
Oh, I get nudes from. You guys know.
Oh, I saw. Yeah,
my inbox is crazy, but I'm saying
remember.
somebody that you're talking to, and they just boom nudes like right off the bat.
No,
like, chill out.
Like
I didn't seen some asses. I didn't seen some titties. I don't need you to send them to me right now, right? I don't ask for them either. So. That's
but like
flag.
6 months down the line, and she just randomly said, "Hey, look at my titty. Didn't you say you like this?"
Oh, then she listened. I love titties. I'm not saying don't ever send me the titties. I like titties, but just my biggest thing is today is Tuesday. On the picture, it say this was taken on Wednesday.
Oh, she got to learn how to fix those settings, girl. You better screenshot that and crop it, and then do let me stop.
Who else you send them titties to? So. That's another red flag for me. First impression is big.
Hell yeah!
Like it's huge for me. I feel like I can gauge somebody in the first 5-10 minutes of talking to them, especially in person. So first impressions for me is crazy. I can feel your connection instantly, no matter which way it is, positive or negative. So first impressions for me are big. What about you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
First impression is gonna let me know if I want to even take this to the next day or the first date. Period. Yeah. Like the way that you come at me, the way that these guys out here come.
But people could be so conniving and so manipulative the first time, like. Yeah, because people, that's what they do. Like, that's their thing. Like, that they're so good at it.
Yeah, they practice
why,
this
though?
all the time.
That'd be my thing. Like, why? What do you get out of manipulating people?
But the thing is that's why you have to pay attention to those red flags.
Yeah,
you have to pay attention and not make excuses.
Yeah.
And
that one dude that was in my DM. Remember I told you about a couple of days ago when he would not let go. I want you to be my queen and all this.
Hey, ma.
You don't even know me.
Hey, ma.
Oh, I can't stand it.
That is so annoying. And don't let me be walking down the street or to a store or something and somebody yell out, hey.
Is you yaying
before I forget this, fellas, dating etiquette. If you're dating a grown woman, you are a grown man. Stop abbreviating your words, brother. Stop it.
He was like,
Stop it.
Are.
Like the you are's when you're talking about your. The GM when you're talking about good morning. Like spell it out. It's not KNO. It's KNOW, right? Spell it out, man. You're dealing with a grown woman. Let's write it out.
Definitely
right.
A turn
I can't
off.
stand that. Don't GM me. Don't. I hate it. I just had to get that out because it was on my. It was on my chest.
GM Eric.
And if you hit her in her DM and she'd be like, no, I got a man, and you'd be like, well, I just want to be a friend. Her telling you she has a man was cue for you to just stop trying to.
Nah, ma. Your man ain't got nothing to do with me.
That ain't it, dude, motherfucker. Respect him in our relationship.
Ma, I don't know him.
I don't get.
You don't know
and
me.
That's how it be. It's sad because it's really true, and that's how it is.
I'm gonna send you this dick pic real quick. Let's see if I change your mind.
Oh well, you are getting blocked. I don't want to see that.
Why you look at me like that, Heather?
No, because it's true.
It is. It's so annoying.
Hey.
Yeah, because it's like you know how you say just tell him you ain't feeling him. I tell you that, and you still fucking continue.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's like, what do you have to do for him to know? Like, no, like, don't hit me no more. He still be sending me heart eyes.
How hard is it for you to just like? I'm not going back and forth. Block, delete. Like I don't feel like I have to justify or explain myself to anybody.
Right.
Right. I don't have to explain myself to anybody. First of all, we're not even really friends.
Right.
You're on my page. I don't even know how you got past the friend request part. I don't know how you even got here. Right. Some people. But then you send me a message. If I'm not feeling it, I don't have to screenshot it. I don't have to respond. I don't have to do nothing, bro. I'm delete, block. Is that too much?
No.
Right.
It's not. But sometimes I just don't want to sound rude. And being that we have a mutual friend, I was like, well, I don't want to just. But at some point, it's like, dude,
you're going to get rude.
Yeah.
You're going to get rude because he's going to keep coming.
But it shouldn't get to that point. Like, if I tell you I'm not feeling you like that, or I have a situation, that should be the end of the fucking conversation.
We say it shouldn't get to that point, but listen, it gets to that point. And I say this about everything. The only reason it gets to that point is because someone is allowing it to happen. Someone else is allowing it to happen. It worked on someone else. So if it worked on you, it worked on her. If I shoot this same game 10 times and it worked 5, guess what? I'm not going away from it. That's how their thinking is. If I shot it 10 times and it works 5, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to beat your wall down at some point. I'm going to get that wall down and you're going to say, okay, you're right. Let me give you a shot.
It's funny that you say that, though, because remember those days when we were in our younger 20s and we would ride down the streets of East Oakland and, we roll down the window and we'll have the music blasting and it's a bunch of dudes at the corner store and they be like, hey, we be like, oh, look. Now it's like, I wouldn't even dare. I'm like, bitch, turn around. They said, hey, turn around. Now it's like, no, I have different standards, and I definitely don't want you approaching me like that. But that lets me know how many other females drive down the street that you get at like that. How many? I mean,
single one.
Exactly.
Every single one. That's what I say.
So how many girls did he probably DM and say that same thing to? I mean, I want you to be my queen.
They're right now cutting and pasting the one message from one person. I've seen. Listen. I've seen it because I have a lot of people on my social media pages where we have 100 people in common. So I'll see one woman post a message from one dude, and then I'll see another woman post the same message from a dude. So we just cutting and pasting and see where's going to bite. Who's going to bite? It's fishing.
Wow.
These days it's fishing because social media has made it so easy.
Yeah, that's true.
All you women are accessible to
people like
every
attention.
man.
They like attention. They feed off the attention.
That's crazy. That's true, though. It's true.
Men and women.
No, 100%.
Men and women feed off attention.
There's no different. Like, I see women complaining about the same thing men complaining about now. Men complaining about the same thing women complain about. So there is no difference between the two. Like, women are in men's DMs doing the same shit that they complain about men doing. So quit complaining, delete, block, and move the fuck on, right?
Except I'm not going to be in a dude's DM and he's like, I got a girlfriend. I'm going to be like, hey, I don't give a fuck about her.
And that's great that you're not.
You.
That's just like I'm not going to be in your DM. You say I got a man, I'm going to keep on hitting you. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no.
Right? But
there's somebody out there that is.
More than often, there's people that's doing it, right?
Crazy.
I'm going to go back to dating. First date. Who's planning it?
Who initiated?
I was just gonna say that whoever initiated it. Hopefully if he, whoever initiated.
If you ask me on a date, you plan it.
And
if
I
you
hope
ask
you've been
me
paying
to come
attention.
see you,
if I ask you to come see me, I'm paying for everything, right? I'm setting it up. I'm planning it. I'm paying for everything.
Yeah.
Is that how it is? Because when it came to dinner and it was only $20. You guys were like, we're going to go 50-50. But now, I'm saying, come see me. It's probably be a bigger, but financially, we got to put in a little bit more. I got to pay for everything.
I mean, I'll probably bring a bottle with me or something. I don't know. Depending on where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think, I'm not saying, like, if you ask me to come see you, then you got to pay for everything. No, okay, well, this is what it's going to cost. Okay, just go half with me on this, and then we'll, like.
So you're saying, like, come see me, like, out of town. Oh, that.
I'm sorry. I wasn't.
I could pay for my flight. You accommodate the room and board.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as a gentleman, you would expect him to make sure you are fed. I always bring my own just in case because I'm not going to have anybody like, exactly, you never know. And then, but that's when you learn that person. Mm-hmm. Just like you come to my town, pay for your, and I'll make sure you good out here.
You get there, I'll make sure you good when you get here. That's,
yeah, I mean, and I'm going to feed you whether we cooking or whether we going out to eat. Absolutely, right. I agree.
So that first time they fly out to see you, they come into the house?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that. It depends on who it is, but if you're flying this far, then obviously we got to know each other to that point to where I feel comfortable with you and you feel comfortable with me to fly to come see me.
That's not obvious, though. I mean, because... you could fly out after a week or 2 weeks.
There's so many different scenarios you could go, but I mean, let's just stay on this part. Yeah. We've gotten to a point where we've talked, we know each other. Yeah. We're just at the point where we need to know if we're going to move
and
forward.
That's that physical connection.
Right. So you come here. It just kind of depends. Like let's go explore. So are we going to go to Pismo? Do we want to drive down? Like, okay, then we can just go Santa Cruz. What are we going to do? Monterey? Like, okay, or do you just we'll establish that. And if you come here, then I'll plan all the other stuff. We'll get there and we'll just enjoy our time.
Like it.
Does that make sense?
But I don't think it's a who pays for what, because I'm pretty sure even if he comes to visit me, he's probably going to want to still pay for something, or he's probably going to want to.
Like we go to dinner, I'm pretty sure he's like, I got this. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, not no big deal. I just wouldn't expect.
I think that so many women have gotten used to. Well, they expect men to just pay for everything, and especially like in the beginning, they expect men to just pay for anything. I mean, everything. And I don't believe in that. I believe, like, I don't feel right if he dishing out money at the dinner table and I'm just sitting there. No, like, I'm about to give this lady a tip. Then I'm about to do, like, I'm gonna do
show something.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Right. So we're gonna kick in and we're gonna pay the tip. We said,
yeah,
or dessert. We're gonna. It's not just gonna be on him.
No,
it's gonna be a party.
Because that's the thing. Like everybody says 50-50, but I think in a relationship, everything needs to be 100-100. Because if you fall off, I can pick us up.
Pick it up.
We're gonna keep smooth sailing.
Oh, that's definitely in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking a full blown relationship.
But I mean, if you're dating and the next step to it is this is what we're gonna do, so let's see what it does. I feel like you got to give yourself, like, you got to give that relationship or that situationship that you feel like you want more of it.
I mean, those are real.
You just gotta be true to yourself and what you do. That's being fake. If you're like, oh, I'm just gonna let him take care of everything, you're being fake to yourself, because that's not how you are in a relationship. So if he gets used to you being a certain way and you're not yourself because you guys ain't together, then you're being fake all around.
I always say it's all about how you set it up in the beginning.
Absolutely.
It's all about how you set it up in the beginning. If these are your expectations in the beginning, if we're not going to the house in the beginning, if I'm paying for the dinners in the beginning, those are the expectations that I'm setting and the bar that I'm setting for the relationship. Mm-hmm. How you feel about that, Day?
No, I think that's true. I think that makes a huge difference on where it ends up going, and if he would be somebody that would be willing to even, like, deal with those standards, or be like, this bitch asking for too much. Like, some men can't handle that. Some men are just like, no, like, she got too many damn standards. I can't go over her house. I can't do this. I can't do that. Like, fuck that.
Can't call after 8.
Yeah, like, they be acting funny like that. Yeah, but like the men, they'll understand. They'll do what they have to do to stick around. But not everybody's like that.
No, definitely not.
Are you setting those standards because you want to see if he'll crawl over those or jump over those hurdles just to see what type of man he is? Because if that's the case, then you're playing games.
What do you mean?
Well, like, oh, he can't come to my house. He can't do this, because you want to see how he's going to act to it. But
this needs to be flat out like how you are. Like, right. I don't let men come to my house the first few times of us meeting up together. This should be all across the board. It shouldn't matter on who he is.
So here's where I'm at. So you don't let a man come to your house the first few times you meet up, right? Mm-hmm. But if he lives out of town and flies in, you guys have maybe you think you've built a deeper connection?
Yeah, I'm just not going to let anybody come stay at my house. I have my son there.
Right, right. No, I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day, though, I don't think I really cared. I don't want to say I had just hella dudes coming in and out, but I didn't have those standards. Now that I'm a grown ass woman, it's like
you're doing grown ass woman things, and you expect,
and people's energy in your house really makes a huge difference. And so if you don't give me that energy that I feel like you even deserve to step foot in my damn door.
Plus, people don't be cleaning their bathrooms.
Their toilet seats, like lift up the toilet seat and see behind there and see what it look like.
Hey, first day etiquette: do not bring somebody to your house and that bathroom ain't clean, ladies. Ladies, we not coming back. We not coming back, and we don't want the cookie. All right, sorry. So no, I definitely get that. What are some you think definitely don'ts going into it before you get to a first date? Like for you personally. Like, we're talking some don'ts that I can do that would definitely make sure we don't have a first date.
Telling me that you want me to be your queen and you don't even know me.
But I do. I'm trying to get to know you and make you my like. I feel like you have those queen qualities and potential.
You're not gonna know that I have queen qualities by my pictures on Instagram because that could be portrayed to be somebody completely different from what's in real fucking life. So no, that's annoying. Like, how many bitches have you told I want you to be my queen? Like, not all of the women out there are queens for you to be saying that. But no, that's annoying. But like, the way that he approaches you is really what makes a difference, you know, because I'm not, back in the day, I probably didn't care, but now,
yeah, we're not dating for kids. We dating for grown ass folks. Like we're dating for adults. That's right.
What's yours?
I'm all about how a man is manicured. Woo. Like,
he gotta have his nails done.
You don't have to have. They have to be. You could just tell. I love hands. I love hands. So like they don't have to like you got nice hands. So I'll look and I could tell if a man is dirty just because he's dirty because he's trapping, or he's dirty because he's legitimately working.
He's a mechanic or some shit.
We go there because anyway, but I'm all about manicure.
Like now that you mentioned that, like my auntie told me, if a man's teeth is not, that's how his teeth is his hygiene. If his hygiene is not on point, then he is not.
So like I look at you manicured. I'm like, okay. The next is how he talks, the verbiage, the language, how
he absolutely,
how he
how his delivery,
absolutely,
his delivery.
And it's always fucked up.
No, it ain't always fucked up.
Most of the time.
God, man, we're not going to bash men on this show.
We're not, but it's just, y'all just got to come a little bit better.
You asked the question.
I am going to ask the question, but goddamn.
And I'm speaking.
Do we have some good examples?
I'm speaking from my own experience. I've come across some good men, but most of the men I've come across have not been, up to my par. So I'm just speaking from experience.
So the fellas know, should we lead with our bank account?
No. I mean, if you want to attract that type of woman.
Wait, what happened?
Should we lead with our bank account?
They lead with the bank account.
No, hell no.
Okay, so that's a no.
I mean, it's gold diggers out there that would,
I mean, but if you're asking just us in general,
nah.
It's a bad move because you setting the bar for her to be in your bank account, right? For her to be in your pocket, bro. So if that's
but it's crazy because I've never had a man that was like that. So I've never experienced it.
I have.
I mean,
controlling.
I know a lot of women. I talk to a lot of women.
Yeah, I've never experienced that. I've always just kind of.
So you just get the broke boys.
I think so.
And boom, there it goes. There's the truth.
I think
the truth is coming out.
But you know what? I'd rather have someone broke than I dealt with somebody in the cartel.
What? Hold on. What?
I'd rather deal with somebody that's struggling than someone that's in the cartel. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's a completely different game.
Yeah, that's something else.
Listen, I was
somebody coming in your house chopping you up.
19 years old, and I thought
if you lose that
I
Colombian.
got anxiety just thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
You got excited?
No, anxiety.
Oh yeah, I bet. It's coming from your house.
What about you? So what's something that turns you completely off from a female that you just started talking to?
Response time, her attentiveness, like how available is she for me?
So is it available when you want her to be available, or are you able to compromise too? Because
we're gonna compromise.
I would say that men want women to be available when they're fucking available, but at this day and age, you gonna be available when I need you to be available.
No. When I was dating, I didn't need a bunch of time. I didn't need a bunch of your time. And with that being said, I wanted you to at least be available the times when I did have the time. And if you're dating me, you know those times. Like, you guys know my time.
So she needs to compromise with you.
That's a part.
So how are you compromising with her, though?
Because I'm going to also do the same for her. I'm going to also do the same for her.
As long as
I'm not going to be up your ass. I'm not going to be in your phone. I'm going to trust you. Like, that's just not me. So, and don't be up my ass. I want, if you're going to have somebody, I feel like they should be also into their own life, right? I feel like they should have their own life. Like, you want to take a vacation with your girls, take your vacation with your girls, right? I got my guys, we're going to take our vacations. I'll take vacations by myself. I don't need you to be with me all the time. So I need that woman to be secure enough in herself, in her life, to be able to say, go ahead, baby, go do that. That's the only way. Right?
As it should be.
So
absolutely.
That definitely is how it should be, but not everyone's like that. Some people have to have someone that's in their ass all the time. Somebody has to be in somebody else's ass all the time. Somebody else.
But it only takes 2 seconds to let somebody know you just thinking about them. You don't have to have a full-blown conversation, like just thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, but.
And I do stuff
100%.
like that. When it's somebody that I'm talking to, I do stuff like that. Like, hey, just thinking about you. I might even send you a picture. And I ain't talking about nudes.
Why?
I'm talking about, I mean, I'm just saying. Sometimes, just send a random picture or a random video. Like the other day, I sent him a video of our song that was playing that randomly came on the radio. Like, that type of stuff he appreciates. Like men appreciate that type of stuff.
We do appreciate those things. We're not talking about a whole 10, 15, 20, 30-minute conversation.
Yeah, no.
Boom, I'm thinking about you. And let's keep moving, right?
Yeah.
And we're okay with that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people that aren't okay with that, though. There's a lot of people that, God.
Because they're needy.
Because I say good morning, now we go into a full-fledged conversation. And I just told you I have this to do, that to do, this to do, that to do. But now.
And I'm not going to lie. That's like a lot of the reason why I don't answer my phone, even for even people that are around me, because I know the conversation is going to be way longer than 5-10 minutes. And it's not even necessarily that they talk too much. Sometimes I might be talking too much, and then you talk about an intriguing conversation. Like me and my sister, we was on the phone for an hour and a half the other day. This is why I don't answer when y'all call me, because I do not want to be on the phone with you for an hour and a half. But it's the same thing. Like, he has to be able to know, okay, I'm going to let you go about your day. Yeah. Have a great day.
Yeah.
So let's recap what we got already. What we got?
So, I mean, we've touched on first dates. We've touched on dinner.
You're not a hoe if you give it up the first night, but if you do it all the time, you are.
Well, if it's your
if
your mojo, if that's what you do.
If that's your thing, then that's your thing. But you a hoe.
If you do it all the time. You ain't got to do it all the time.
Women got needs too.
Yeah. But if you're using him for that, then that's that. But
let's be upfront. Let's talk about it. Let's just be upfront.
Yeah.
What's your purpose for dating? Are you dating for us to fuck? Are you dating to actually get to know someone and maybe
you have to be able to have that conversation.
Have to upfront.
Absolutely.
You have to, and I always say that you have to be able to have that conversation up front, and you have to be honest. So we're both seeing eye to eye. We're both going down the same lane, and we both have the same end goal, right? When we both have the same end goal, it works so much better. It's so much more fluid. It's so much more natural when we both have the end game, bro. If we just want to fuck, let's just say, we just want to fuck, right?
Yeah.
You never know. Give them the opportunity. You never know. They might be with it. You want to fuck two girls at the same time, bro? Just tell them up front. Okay. You never know.
Somebody might say but
the things that we are open to now are completely different than the things everybody was open to 5-10 years ago. So, bro, just be upfront and say what you want to do, and you never know. She might be ready to go too. She might have a friend that's ready.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure they're out there.
If y'all watching this on YouTube or stream, if you seen the faces that was going on right
now. Communication is key.
Absolutely.
No, communication is key. That's my point, man. Communication is key. All jokes aside.
There's no budget on the first date, but don't expect him to just be cashing out hella much, but also don't be hella cheap.
But if you are cashing out, bro, expect that to be the expectations going forward.
Yeah.
Keep on.
If you set that standard high,
keep on cashing out, because that's the energy you put out up front, man. Don't set the false narrative, right? Let's keep putting it out.
That's what it is.
Keep putting it out.
False narrative, pretending to be somebody that you ain't.
Nah, man. Let's keep rolling with it, right? And if you broke, be broke. And if she can't
embrace
accept that,
it.
If she can't accept that, then we roll on.
Yep.
Right?
If you broke,
find
I
you
would
a
just
broke
say
one.
don't date. You need to get your chips up at this point, because
work on yourself
you
financially.
focusing on the wrong thing, my brother.
No, I mean you could date broke, right?
Some people don't have. They don't have. That's not in their cards.
Exactly.
That don't mean they got to be single for the rest of their life.
There's a different broke, I guess you can say. We'll get into that until another day. But I feel like I don't think that a man should be focused on getting his thing.
If he's not stable and he's not content with himself,
if he's not stable, you already know who I'm gonna talk. Who I think about who ain't stable and that's out there doing what they doing. But you know.
We're not gonna talk. We're not gonna use any names in this one.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna use no names.
Listen,
but yeah.
Before we get out of here, Day, I'm gonna ask you first. What's
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Because you asking a whole bunch of questions and you ain't answering
one of them. It was gonna be all three of us. I was gonna answer
Okay,
it
go
too.
ahead.
I was just gonna go with Day first because she rapid fire. Day, if you were given just one lesson for dating etiquette, what would it be? One lesson today.
Always be classy. That's me. That's just something that I put out there. So I would say be classy. Like,
ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's mine.
All right.
Stay true to yourself and be ratchet. No, I'm just
Be
kidding.
ratchet. I was going to say, damn, you really just got
Hey,
I'm just kidding. No, I just feel like you just got to stay true to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't wander off. Just stay true to yourself and be who you are, because the right person will
like
embrace it and be with it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are great. Mine is, like I said earlier, just be
a
upfront.
hoe.
Be upfront. Be a hoe if you want to be a hoe. Give up the cookie on the first date if you want to. And no, seriously. I'm just kidding, ladies. I'm kidding.
No, he's not.
He's really not, because he would love to go on a date and get it on the first night.
And he's
No,
acting
no,
like
no,
he
no,
isn't
no, no,
ready.
no.
He ain't got
ready.
time.
You ready.
No. Hey, whatever happens naturally is gonna happen, and that's what we're gonna go with, right? We're not pressed. We're not pressed for ass. Like, this shit can happen on the first date, can happen on the fifth date. I feel no different about you. If our energy is great, our energy matches, then we're gonna roll no matter how long it takes to have sex, right? That's how it should be, and that's how it'll be. But always, Heather, you hit it on the button. Always be true to yourself, right? Always learn yourself.
Yep.
Before getting into a relationship, before bringing somebody else even into the picture. Know yourself, be happy with yourself, because if you're not happy single,
someone's gonna teach you.
You're not
And
gonna
let
be,
me tell
You're gonna be there happy.
you're not gonna be happy
and you're
in a
not gonna be
relationship.
happy.
You're not gonna be happy in a
Absolutely
relationship
not.
because people don't make you happy. People help to get you happy, but people don't make you happy.
No,
So
in that case, people will mold you on how they want you to be, and in the end, at the
You're not even
end, you're
being
not
yourself.
going to be. No, you're not. You're going to be very miserable.
Yeah.
You lost yourself, so you can't let someone speak for you. You
That's
got to
right.
stay true to
That's right.
yourself.
So
That's true.
with that being said, it's a great show. I appreciate you guys. Get Your Life
Always
the
and
podcast.
forever.
Hey, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get Your Life the
Follow
podcast.
us on Facebook,
Follow us on Facebook
Instagram.
and Instagram. Instagram is what, Day?
GetYoLife _ the podcast.
You can follow me, Eric. Get Your Life. What about you, Heather?
Click like, click share.
Share this, okay?
Hey, and y'all know, find me on Facebook. Eric, Get Your Life, man. We out of here.